So the figure we're looking at the Black Series this time around will be the Star Wars. It's going to be the First Order Stormtrooper. So these are the new look of the Stormtroopers. Basically, it's just an updated version of their older look, with a few minor improvements here and there. Not too sure if the armor is improved. I guess we'll have to wait to see when the movie's open if this armor is a little bit stronger, because I always found the Stormtrooper's armor not that protective in the movies, especially in Return of the Jedi, when they got beat by sticks and rocks by the Ewoks. So we'll have to wait and see. He comes in window box packaging, just like all the other Black Series, and on the back it just basically tells you about the troopers and their mission. Basically, these are like Stormtroopers. That's who they are. They're the ones that go in there and do a lot of the fighting and stuff. So it should be interesting to see how, if they keep them the way they were in the episodes like 4, 5, or 6, or if they've got that organization type that they type of regime that they had in the Clone Wars, where they're very more organized and precise. So it'll be interesting to see how they play out the Stormtroopers this time around. So without further ado, let's take a look at the figure inside. Alright, welcome back, my TCLs, and here we go. I don't know why I said welcome back, you saw the intro. I have a habit of that. So we take a look at the Star Wars Black Series, Force Awakening, First Order Stormtrooper. So, this is the new look of the Stormtroopers for the movie. He was first available at San Diego Comic-Con in a different packaging. Basically, Hasbro said it's the same figure you'll be getting now. But if people who were at San Diego Comic-Con wanted him, that was the time for them to get him. He sold out pretty quickly, and he went for high prices on the secondary market, and people wanted him, I guess, just because it was a San Diego and they wanted that packaging and stuff. But here he is. I love the way they did the uniform. It's a nice kind of like, it's very, very not off-white, but it's a nice white, and it's a nice it's got a nice shine to it as well. It's very, very smooth the way they did it, so it does feel like armor. They made the black hair very clear, unlike the other ones when a lot of us thought it said oil or something like that before. I used to think that too, the old design, but see, they really separated here. Got little lines here and stuff. Not sure all that means. His head's on a ball joint, goes forward, down, left to right. Shoulders on the ball joint as well. That one goes a little bit higher than the other one, which is cool. Here we have single articulation in the elbow with a swivel. Basically, it's the same type of articulation you get with all the other figures. Here he has articulation in the wrist and goes right to left. And I'm just checking to see if this one, yep, this one's the same, but sometimes they change it and one goes right to left and one goes up and down. The other thing he has here, he has the upper articulation in the armor, which is good because the armor is divided right here. So it's good that they put that articulation there on the ball joint up this high on this figure. So there's no swivel at the waist. Legs can go outwards like this much, and can go forwards so you can get in a sitting pose if you want to pull him on a vehicle. Knees, double jointed knees, and this one's a little stiff, which is fine. That means it'll stand well. There we go. So double jointed knees and rocker ankles. Mine here, there's a little piece of plastic. Guess it's a manufacturer thing because it kind of hinders his ankle from moving forward, like the one on his right foot. There's pouches on the side, very soft. Like this belt part here is very, very soft. Looks exactly like the Stormtrooper. They have this, I don't remember what this is for, maybe it's a breathing apparatus or something. but it's all part. Oh, she kind of comes off like this. Interesting. So see, you can kind of peel it back, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's supposed to be there, so I guess that's just the way they did it to make it a little bit softer plastic. So this whole belt and this little device here is all connected. Alright, so the First Order Stormtrooper comes with 2 weapons. Of course, he comes with the standard Stormtrooper pistol. A little updated, but it also looks like the same. Whoopsie, that's why that articulation, that piece of plastic, I'm going to have to try to cut that off so I can have him standing better. So, the gun fits in the right hand, very nice. It has a trigger finger, so it fits really well. Pretty sure, let's see, it can fit in the left hand as well, and there's no separation of the finger here for it to have like the trigger finger part. So most likely your best bet would be to put it in the right hand, and then you can get that kind of Stormtrooper holding pose where he's holding the gun like this. I only managed to find 1 Stormtrooper. I'm going to try to track down more. I believe that Hasbro released their catalog of all figures that are going to be coming out, or the next set of waves. And in comic book shops, you can order it. They have the catalog there, and you can actually get these separately. So if you can't find them at retail, and I'm not sure of the price by ordering them through a comic book store, it's going to be a big difference. It might actually be cheaper. And if you're an army builder and stuff, then that's the way you can get these without the hassle of trying to track them down at retail, of driving from store to store, going from store to store looking to build your Stormtrooper army. You just order a whole case lot, 2 cases, whatever, however big you want to build. I know there's some army builders there that just want, like, you know, maybe 4 or 5 just to stand beside Kylo Ren, and like, you know, just create a nice little display. And there's some of you guys out there just go ham on this stuff, which is cool. I love seeing pictures of people who buy like 100 Stormtroopers and has them all lined up, man. That's crazy. That's cool. The other weapon he comes with is a small little hand pistol. I'm guessing it's a pistol. I'm not sure, because normally Stormtrooper normally they have a long range rifle, and then they have this rifle. So this one is new. Be interesting to see how it's used in the movie. So it's just like a little hand pistol, fits really well in the right hand, and in the left hand, again, I'm not sure if this finger was supposed to be a little bit more open to be like a trigger finger and stuff, but it fits okay in the left hand too. You just might have to put it just above the finger, but here it doesn't look all that bad. There's little like designs here on their gauntlets. I wonder if that's any way to activate anything or stuff like that. I've tried. I just can't wait to see them in action, to see what kind of updates they did to the Stormtroopers. Maybe their armor has a little bit more hidden surprises in it. That would be really cool. Another thing to note is a little like this little piece of plastic sticking out from here. It actually is for you to plug it in the side of his leg. There's a little like groove there, hole, and you can plug the small little gun right there inside his leg, so you can carry it. Just trying to get this guy to stand. Stay. There we go. So you can carry it, which is really cool. I always love it when they think beyond and outside the box, and when they give you the extra weapons that the character can actually carry with them, so you don't have to put them aside and decide which one you want to carry from. At least it's on him at all times, so that makes it really, really, really cool. So these figures were released on Force Friday, this past Friday. Should still be available at retailers. If not, they're planning to get more. Stormtrooper will probably be the one that will be more harder to find due to, like I mentioned earlier, army building. You can't just have one Stormtrooper, so you gotta have a lot. So there's gonna be people are gonna be buying them up. So the moment you see them, grab them while you can, or as I mentioned before, comic book shops, especially shops, they can order a batch of them one shot. There should be more released between now and when the movie opens up in December, so don't worry about it. But as I mentioned again, Stormtrooper Army Builder thing. So Scorpion 72, a review of Star Wars Black Series, The Force Awakening, First Order Stormtrooper. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep playing, and may the Force be with you. Of course, Stormtroopers don't like to hear that. They just blast you.